There are times in life when things happen that will change us forever. They seem to join the dots between experiences and perceptions and create this new level of understanding which realigns the way we view the world. What once appeared black and white can now be viewed in colour. I would like to share with you today a number of profound changes I have experienced during this module and how it has positively affected my life and me as a person. If I can make you question your own beliefs in just one element, then I have been successful. The key to any successful leadership or management situation is communication. This is a mantra heard all too often in offices around the world. Cries of "it's all about communication" resonate, but what exactly does that mean? Modern technology has seen to have improved communication with the advent of emails, texts, and mobile devices. And in a small way it has. But reflecting on my learning in this module, I can see this has actually made the situation worse. In today's world, communication is seen as simply being copied into an email or piece of information, where the entire meaning of communication is lost. I too am guilty of copying in people in order to be able to say they were aware, they'd been informed. I shudder when I now put myself into their shoes, of how they felt when this piece of information landed in their inbox. Kubler-Ross has helped me empathise with how it would affect them emotionally, physically, psychologically, which cannot be underestimated. This module has helped me see that for all my interest in modern ways of working, I didn't truly understand it. I was lazy and complacent by carrying out multiple conversations by text and email to maintain progress and action, but I can now see these are inefficient and incorrect methods. I now fully embrace a more kinetic, agile way of working that has actually improved communication and relationships. I can see a physical reaction from my instructions and comments, whether it be a smile, scowl, or even a sharp intake of breath. These subliminal, subconscious reactions are not visible in emails, and this will then further the conversation as I ask, "What are you thinking? Do you have an easier, cheaper, better way of doing this?" All these promote a feeling of involvement and value by all parties present. This is the true meaning of engagement and collaboration, to share thoughts and proposals with no preconceived notions of success or failure, to share learning and ideas from our own perspectives. There is an incredible value in the emotion observed during face-to-face communication that goes further than mere language. Before this module, I never consciously considered motivation and passion in the workspace. Like many others, I hid myself behind policy, procedures, barking, "you need to do this and you need to do that." I never truly understood the meaning of motivation. Motivation is a complicated emotion to form in a person, and I have realised that the reason it is hard is because I have been viewing it all wrong. You cannot motivate individuals as they are already full of motivation themselves. You have to find a way to awaken and unleash it. I have realised that I need to consider individual perspectives a lot more than previously with the one-size-fits-all mentality. What motivates one person will not motivate another, and a true leader needs to be able to see the difference. A true leader can see by body language, empathy, and understanding what will motivate an individual. The language utilised can also make the difference in success and failure. For example, feel the difference with "you can do this" and "try as hard as you can." When I first started this module, I was a firm believer in how all work interactions should be 90% management and 10% leadership. You need to adhere to procedure and policy. You need to manage the situation, were terms often thrown around in the office. I hadn't realised how robotic and enslaved I had become to the office ecosystem, and how every decision that had been made before my arrival. I was still respected and successful, but not for these reasons. This module allowed me to turn the mirror back to myself. I was still successful and well respected in the office, and I can see now that this is because I allowed my sensibility and humanity to come through. I am naturally a very empathetic individual in my personal life, and this has spilled over into my work life. This module has made me realise how the 10% of my inner personality already positively set me apart from my peers, who were keen to maintain an image and carry on with this is how it's always been done attitude. I will forever flip the script to now be 90% my own leadership and 10% management. Instead of sending that email arranged to meet for a coffee to discuss a proposal and exchange ideas, look at every interaction with everyone's perspective before your own, and how would you feel and how would you react? Understand that people need to view you as a human being with weaknesses and also inspiration and passion. I experienced an epiphany during this module. I have realised I have completely underestimated my abilities and level of understanding as a facilities manager and as a leader, as I kept it hidden. I am now applying for director positions, which is something I would never have considered before this course.